Hello everyone, and welcome to A Day in the Life of ESO, a live webcast celebrating ESO's 50th anniversary. My name is Dr. J, and we have a very exciting day of live streaming ahead of us. So, first of all, I would like to welcome all of our viewers watching us through live stream, and especially the audiences at the wide range of venues celebrating ESO 50th anniversary events today, in countries including Belgium, Finland, France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, Switzerland, United Kingdom, Chile, India, Ireland, the Philippines, Russia, Slovakia, Ukraine, and others. So we of course have a very international audience today, and of course we recognize that many of the viewers do not have English as their first language. Now, although this webcast will be in English only, we will do our very best to include some extra pauses to help those venues who are translating live for their audiences. So if you hear us pause, that's the reason. So during the next hours, there will be live observations from ESO's flagship observatory, the Very Large Telescope on Cerro Paranal in Chile's Atacama Desert. And there will also be fascinating talks from astronomers here at ESO's headquarters in Germany. Now, you're invited to send us questions and comments by Facebook, Twitter, and by email. So keep watching, and there'll also be opportunities to enter a quiz, where you can win great ESO merchandise. Find out more about it all at bit.ly/ESO50. That's bit.ly/ESO50. So, let's get started with this webcast. For our very first event in A Day in the Life of ESO, we're going live to the control room at the Paranal Observatory, where, for the very first time in ESO's history, we will make live public observations with a Very Large Telescope, or VLT. The target for these observations was chosen by a public vote in the aptly named Choose What the VLT Observes competition. Our winning target is the Thor's Helmet Nebula, so we'll be finding more about it and seeing it very soon. Now, joining us at Paranal, we have a lucky member of the public, Brigitte Bayeux from France. Brigitte won the opportunity to visit Paranal and help us with these observations in our other anniversary competition, Tweet Your Way to the VLT. And she told us why she wanted to visit ESO. Her winning tweet was selected from over 2,000 entries, and she told us that she wanted to visit ESO because she was proud that Europe had the vision to build and to operate these telescopes. That's a message that pretty much encapsulates the ESO mission. So Brigitte will be using one of the VLT's so-called unit telescopes. The VLT actually has 4 of these, and each one sports a primary mirror of 8.2 meters in diameter. And in addition to that, a suite of very sensitive instruments for making the observations. Now, Brigitte's guide for the observations is Henri Beaufin, an ESO astronomer based in Chile who is currently working the night shifts at Paranal. And also with her is Mathieu Isidro from ESO's Education and Public Outreach Department. So, hello to everyone at Paranal, and can you please introduce yourselves?
Hello, Joe. So my name is Henri Beaufin, as you said, and I'm the astronomer. I have the pleasure to be working now with Brigitte.
Hi, I'm Brigitte, and nice meeting you all, and I'm very happy to be here.
Hi guys, this is Mathieu from the Outreach Department. I'm Brigitte's guide on Paranal and her visit in Chile, and I'll be helping out and standing here to help Brigitte and Henri. So welcome to everyone to Paranal.
So yes, welcome to the control room here of the VLT. So it is a little bit over 6 o'clock in the morning here. So the night is in fact almost finishing, and so we should better hurry up to start the observation, if you mind.
Okay, absolutely. So let's get going. If you're ready, then let's start the observation.
So normally, of course, in order to start observation, an astronomer has to get a lot of preparation. He needs about 1 year between the time that he thinks about which kind of observation he can do and actually coming here and do the observation, because he has to make a request, and there is a lot of proposals which go, and it is selected by committee, and then finally he may be the lucky winner and come here. In this case, it was much more easy for Brigitte, and she will be able to do very quickly the observation. She already had the chance to observe with the VLT before, so she is now a full expert, and she's going to start the observations. Please. Okay, so now we have sent the comment to start the observation, so we are sending Mathieu to change. So we are sending the preset to the telescope, so the telescope is now going to move to the target. And Rodrigo, who is our telescope operator, is going to make sure that the telescope gets in position and will stay on position and will get the best possible image quality. So
the telescope is
Let's
moving
see.
onto the target now? Is that what's happening?
exactly, so we are presetting to the target, we are almost there. So Rodrigo has already an idea of the field of view, and he can now select which will be the best, what we call guiding star. So the star that is going to be used to make sure that the telescope stays on position during the whole duration of the observation. So he has now selected the star, and he is now going to tell the telescope to adjust the position of the mirror to have the best possible image quality. And we must say that for the moment we have really excellent conditions in Paranal. We have what we call the seeing, what the astronomers call the seeing, which is about 0.5 arcseconds, which is really incredible, when the typical image quality that you get in Munich would be 2 arcseconds. So we have here 4 times better image quality than what you are used to see. So we certainly are going to have incredible images here.
So I guess you had a really good night tonight then.
No. Yeah, it was really a very good night. We could do many nice observations. And I'm sure it's going to continue, but we have to hurry because, as I said, the night is going on. So now
When is the sun actually coming up?
is in position. Yeah, so once on the telescope here and the instruments, we have plenty of nice sounds. The engineers here had certainly a lot of pleasure when they develop the systems. So when the telescope moves, for example, it's always saying there is no cause for alarm, which of course means that you have to pay attention. And when it is finally in position, it's going to say, but there probably will be. So again, you have to be very careful with what you do. It's a big piece of equipment and we don't want to waste it, of course. So now we have started the observations. We are not doing just a quick snapshot, only 30-second exposure times, so very quick. And it just finished, so you can see now the image being read. And let's see what we get. Wow, that's really incredible. This is 30-second exposure time on the VLT. That's what you get. So this is really incredible, and it's really, I did not expect it like that. So what do you think, Brigitte?
That's great.
So yeah, I mean, I hope you can see the image like we see, because it's really stunning. I mean, you see an incredible amount of details here. This image has been taken in a special filter, which is the H-alpha filter, which means that we are looking specifically at very hot hydrogen gas, in fact. So what we can see clearly here, it is very hot gas, which appears so brightly, and this gas apparently comes from this very bright star here in the middle. So we are now taking a sequence of those images, we will take 5 of these very short images, and in between each of the images, in fact, we make a small offset, because what you may have seen, if you pay very attention, is of course that you see there is a gap in the image, because in fact on the fourth